strength. It's not just about lifting bars. It resides within every unique journey. This is To The Bar, strength in every story. We're a community, a platform where stories meet strength. Our podcast is the result of our passion for weightlifting. From the first lift to the last, we're here to bring you the latest weightlifting news, to unravel the intricacies of the sport that will make you want to grab a barbell and hit the platform. This is To The Bar, strength in every story. And now for today's show.
Right, so welcome back to The Bar, and this is volume 2.
Yeah, piece of the platform.
Piece of the platform, but our piece of the platform this time. So we've asked loads of you to do it, and now it's our turn. So,
yeah, we probably should have done it before we asked other people to do it, because now I'm looking at these questions and thinking, they're quite hard.
They are. Yeah, especially, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I know which one I'm going to struggle with. So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So go on then. Question.
Yeah, you all go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your favourite thing about weightlifting?
Next. No. So I love the technical aspect of it. And I think there's one phrase that I always tell you, and that's for every level there's another devil. And so for me, it's not that you'll ever master the technique, because you're always chasing that sort of perfect lift. But it's a nightmare, because the better you get, the harder it gets, because you add more weight on, which makes it more difficult. And I don't really know of any other sport that really does that. And so for me, it's just that challenge. You know, you sort of feel like you can go into training and, you know, you've had a good training block, and all of a sudden you finish your end of the training block and your numbers go up, and then your next training block's gone to shit, basically, because all your numbers have changed.
Oh, the percentages go up.
Yeah.
The back
We did that back squat program.
Squat.
I mean, yeah. All of a sudden 80% is just ridiculous. So yeah, that for me, it's the technical aspect of it, and the fact that every time you get a bit better, it gets a lot more harder.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Good answer. I might have to steal that one. Would you mind?
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste. So the second question is, what advice would you give to athletes about competition?
So this is difficult, because I think a lot of people have said something similar. And one is, you got to enjoy it. I think you've got to take competitions for what they are, and that is just a way of showcasing your skills. I think a lot of people get caught up in the stress of it all, and you've got to think that another one of my favourite sayings is control the controllables. Everything outside of that, just ignore. If you can't control what people are going to do, you know, in the audience, or the judges, or, you know, where people are sitting or standing, don't worry about it. Just focus on what you've been training all that time for. You've done thousands of lifts. Go out and just do it. It's just another lift, but on a different platform. And one thing for me as well is that, you know, it took me ages, years, and quite a few comps to actually sort of sit back and actually enjoy the moment. And so I always say, I think I said to you as well, that at some point during the warm-up, as you're going through the motions, just sit back, take a couple of deep breaths, look around, and just really appreciate it. Because you find, I don't know, I just always find a lot of happiness in that moment, because you can really get so focused and so blinkered on what you're actually there to do that you miss the whole experience. And so I think that's one thing for me, is just to sit back, just chill, open your eyes a bit more.
Yeah, take it in.
And take it in.
Yeah, that's a good answer. Question 3?
Yeah.
So, what do you think BWL do well, and what do you think that they could do better?
So what do I think they do well? I think they employ the right people. I think they're... I know, I'm stealing your...
Not having this.
Okay, plagiarism. Plagiarism. So I won't do that one because that's your one. So
Don't take it. Go on. I'll come up with something else. Honestly,
what do they
I just
do?
need to make you look better.
Thanks. What do they do well? So comp-wise, I think they do fantastically well, with what resources as well.
Yeah.
You know, the one that we had at the seniors at the Manchester was just...
Oh, it was amazing.
phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that screen was insane. And I love the way that they're always developing. You know, the new CEO, Matt, that's come on, it must be a year, 2 years now he's been there. You know, they've got a new computer system that that they've used. They trialled that with the university's one, Bucks.
Yeah.
And now that was used at the seniors of Manchester. So they're always forward thinking. I like that. They're always moving forward. I think from what could they do better? I think this is, you know, obviously there's this new. You know, Matt's doing this whole 2.0 or version 2 of British Weightlifting, and I think that's great. And what we're starting to see the changes filter through at the moment. But certainly from the educational pathway for TOs and things like that, that needs a lot of work. And it's I think that's one of the reasons why we set this up really to start with, is because you know, when you've done your first TO course, there's no real pathway of going into doing marshalling or technical controller or timekeeper or anything like that, and God forbid speaker role. So it's that sort of thing that I think it still needs a bit of work, but I'm fully aware that funding is an issue.
Yeah.
If they had
Like
unlimited
a mentoring
resources,
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
they would be able to do that. But yeah, and calendars. I think one unified calendar for everyone, just to log all there, and easy to use, so you could actually filter on, you know, masters, comps, or, you know, different age groups, and, you know, everyone would just use that one calendar, because there's so many clashes with competitions, it's ridiculous. But yeah, so that's that.
Cool. So question 4, the easiest question of the lot.
God, this is the favourite lifter, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So if you could ask your favourite lifter one question, who are they, and what would that question be?
Yeah, I mean, that's really tricky. I mean...
It's a horrible question.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry to everybody that answered it.
Yeah, forced to answer it. I think it would be a wasted question if you tried to ask... I mean, I'd love to know, you know, Max Lang, how the hell do you jerk so well? You know, it's lovely watching him jerk, but it's not going to be transferable. You know, he's not going to give me the magic answer. I think it would have to be something. I mean, as I've said previously, that, you know, one of my big things is mental strength. You know, that sort of mindset, being able to go into competitions and be focused. You know, not get distracted by the noise. But not only that, but in training as well. The amount of times my weight belt's gone flying across the gym. It's, you know, how to sort of draw that back. And so for me, there's one of the lifters, Nina Strokes, who's a Belgian lifter. It's her first year on the seniors tour, maybe sort of the second. I can't remember, the first year, I think. And she's a great lifter. Very unassuming, but she's very open and honest with her battles, from everything from, you know, the struggles of cutting to weight, because she's quite a tall lifter for the weight class that she's in, and she has to go through a real weight cut every time, to menstrual cycles, which as a bloke you never really even think about, as, you know, when you have to cut. I'm just cut water, trim down on calories, but, you know, she sort of posts stories about that as well. And then dealing with injuries, as well as, you know, everything else, the nerves around competition. So I'd love to be able to tap into that knowledge and ask her, how the hell do you do it? What is your secret to keep your mind that strong?
Good answer.
So yeah, that would be it.
Another good answer. So that's it. That's your piece of the platform.
Is it?
That is it. That's
Happy
the 4
days.
questions. Yeah. Do you want to explain to everybody what piece of the platform means now you've figured it out?
Yes.
Can you remember?
Yes, I can. So it is that it's a piece of the platform where we actually lift on, but also we would like to give everyone else, a piece of the platform, the social platform.
There it goes.
To be able to talk and express their opinions, because there's strength in every story.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
That's it, right? That's it for this episode?
Yep.
Short one?
Short and sweet.
Done.
See you next time.
Bye.
You've been listening to the Bar, Strength in Every Story. Thanks so much for listening. We're so happy to have you as a member of our community. We have a passion for weightlifting, but we also have an insatiable curiosity about everyone's story. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, find us on Instagram at _2_thebar. And be sure to hit the website at 2-thebar.com. See you next time on To The Bar. And remember, there's strength in every story.